Isaiah says, Abraham does not know us, and Israel does not acknowledge us. Thou, O Lord, art our Father. Our Redeemer from of old is thy name. Now, let me explain a few things to help you understand this better. First of all, where it says Israel, see that second word, Israel there? That is not referring to the country. In the context, that's referring to a person. Okay? And you might remember Israel, the person, his name before he was given the name Israel was Jacob. That's who we're talking about here. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob is Abraham's grandson. And Jacob's name was changed to Israel. And so the 12 sons of Jacob ended up being the 12 tribes of Israel. So he's talking about two men here, not the country. Abraham and his grandson, Jacob. Okay, and he says what? They don't know us. Why don't they know us? Because Isaiah wrote this 700 years. Let me get my facts straight. I just went brain dead. Let's see. Abraham 2000. 1,300 years. Yeah, 1,300 years. This was written 1,300 years after Abraham and Jacob were dead. That's why they don't know. So here's the point. What good is it to pray to Abraham or Jacob? Doesn't do any good. Because why? They're dead and they don't what? They don't know you. They don't see you. They can't answer your prayers. What would be the point of praying to them? And that's why the second part of the Bible passage, he says, after going about Abraham and Israel, he says, but you, O Lord, you are our Father. We should be praying to you, not Abraham or Jacob. Okay? And so that's what we also say about the saints and Mary. Mary and the saints are what? Dead. Dead. And they don't know what's going on here. For example, if you think that you can pray to Mary or the saints, that means that Mary and the saints have qualities of God, because that means they're omnipresent, aren't they? Because if you're doing this here and someone's doing that in Argentina, and Mary and the saints can hear, they are what? Omnipresent. And if you don't speak the words out loud, but you just say it in your brain, that means they're omniscient. No, they're dead. They don't know you. Now, I'm going to read you a funny little thing from Ann Landers that kind of makes the point, I hope, in a humorous way. And you'll see the point, hopefully, as I read this. This is from Ann Landers. I don't have a date on here. I didn't write the date, and I should have. But anyway, it's getting kind of old, but it doesn't matter. It makes the point. Minister can help man who fears deceased mother can see him. Dear Ann, I'm 26 years old and have been married for 2 years. My husband's mother, a truly lovely person, passed away suddenly. My husband took it very hard. At the end of the funeral service, our Methodist minister, in an effort to comfort my husband, said, quote, I know you were very close to your mother, but be assured, she will be looking down from heaven and be with you always, unquote. At first, I attached no great importance to that comment, but those two sentences have had a tremendous impact on my personal life. My husband now refuses to have any intimate contact with me for fear his mother will see us. That's what the pastor said. She'll be looking down on him, right? Even though he's always been a bit uptight about his sexual urges, our sex life was adequate. I don't know how long I can put up with this total abstinence. I know you're not a Methodist, Ann, but since you have many contacts in the religious world, will you please find the answer to these questions? Can anyone in heaven really see us? And if so, does it mean they watch us all the time? What can I do about my husband's concept on this matter? Under observation in Illinois. Dear Illinois, I suggest you phone the minister and ask him. And that was the best advice she could give. He said it, let your pastor explain it. If he will please speak to your husband and put him at ease about this matter, then urge your husband to make an appointment with the minister and discuss it. And Ann's doing the right thing. She can't answer this question. Has to go back to the pastor. What did you mean, pastor? What doesn't that mean? Do not try to reason with him. It won't help. It needs to be set straight by the pastor or the minister. Now, I'm not trying to be harsh on this Methodist minister. A Lutheran pastor could have said the same thing. Because sometimes when you're trying to comfort somebody, and that's all this pastor was trying to do, You sometimes say things that aren't exactly what? Exactly theologically correct. That's what this pastor did. He said something to try to comfort this man, and he misspoke, and then he had unintended consequences. Okay? And my point is, if you can pray to Mary, and if you can pray to the saints, then that's what you have. They see us what? All the time. Not just when you ring their bell to talk to them. You know, see what I mean? They're dead, and that's the point of the Isaiah passage. They don't know us, they don't see us, or anything like that. And so not only then are we to pray only to God, because that's the first commandment, but it's useless to pray to these people because they don't hear us or see us anyway. And you're robbing God and Jesus of their honor.